Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Frostpunk Let's Play as we continue with the last autumn scenario here on extreme difficulty. And we are making a couple changes in terms of how we're approaching this. We started building the pressure valve last time. We used up 4 of our machine profile or structural profiles to get safety. And I think we can't use this working hour for this. We have to go all the way down to 24 hours to get the most value out of this and also keep our ventilation on for 24 hours, even though it's going to strain our coal quite a bit. But what this allows us to do is actually take full advantage of how effective they are right now, and we can pump some more workers into them to get that project finished as quickly as we can. So let's find those workers first. We don't have any currently chopping trees. We already put a stop to that. We have engineer access here, because we currently don't need anyone in the hospital. They're totally fine. No one's sick. So we'll have engineers man those stations. And that saves us 5 workers. I need to find at least 15 more. We have how much coal in that pile? Very, very low coal in the pile. So we're going to pull another 5 from each of them. And we're also going to cut some of the food. Actually, all of the food. We have plenty in the bank. The steel, I believe we need to continue. So we're going to first send all of them here. Now we have 20 extra men here. And I'm super tempted to run this up to 24 hours and start producing this. Now we are almost done with the next tier. Once we hit this tier, we want to get cheaper redesign, and then we'll start build a couple more, because these things are quite useful. We can trade 5 of them for 20% of the completion. Right now 10, but if we upgrade it with a tech research, we can get it up to 20% of the progress. That'd be really helpful. And the next stage, when we build the tower pump, there's going to be the fire event. I don't know if you guys remember from our medium run, and we need 5 more of these to kind of trade to make sure that we can basically create a safety route for them to get out, or else we'll lose a certain amount of workers to the explosion. So those are all things we got to do. And let's continue. 20 extra men, right. I can't start this because I don't want to pay extra, so I'm waiting on this. I don't want to build these. I guess logically speaking, we want to turn coal to 24 hours. We actually want everything to 24 hours if we can, because I want steel to continue to grow. That's not enough steel. So we're going to keep all these up. The steel operation looks fine given the number of steel in the pile. That one's new. It's a new pile, so that doesn't count. And here we need to increase the amount of coal we're getting. And then we want to increase the rate that we're picking up these coal, even though the pile is super small. I need bigger piles. And that can be our setup for now. Difference engine, that means we can pick a new research. Off the 2, I think we want to make it cheaper first. Lack of wood is not a problem. This is where we stash our wood. Pump that out. And it should be pretty quick with 3 full 24-hour rotation on the engineer, 11 hours. We'll do just that. And they're not exactly safe, but it's a level that we're willing to take. Now, of course, going down the labor route, we're going to end up going to worker council. It has negative effects in that the suggestions from the workers are terrible. But after we sign this, if we can get the official doctrine, it will prevent any bad ideas from being shared. So that would solve it. So we basically have to survive maybe 2 days in between. And then the worker will basically provide, less strike chance, which seems to be what's going on here. We still have comfortable quarters in our back pocket. That's what's going to keep our workforce content during the next strike, which I imagine would happen soon. We currently have 171 house, 49 extra beds, so we have a total of 220 beds. Comfortable quarter is 8 per house, so 22 houses times 8. 176. That means we can accept 5 more people, and we actually have those 5 people coming in. That would be kind of our maximum for now. If we want to expand on that in the future, We pretty much have to build places where we don't have a bed. We don't have a bath for them, but we can easily, have church for them. So cleanliness will be a small problem, but at least we have plenty of space to build more. So I'm open to getting more workers, but in the meantime, probably more steam cores. Each of these upgrades will cost one more, and I also want one more pile. So one more steam core, one more steam core. That's two more steam core. Why are you stopped? You guys are out of coal piles already? Come on, come to work. Wasting labor there. Building sawmill at night. Yeah, we're just gonna get those prepared. We still need plenty of wood going into the future. I'm just gonna wait for that strike to happen. Alright, we could do this first, but I don't really like the discontent ride slightly. I don't think there's anything left in the administration for us to take. It's cocaine pills and comfortable quarter we're reserving for the strike. Yeah, there's not much we need to do here. Over here, I don't need to do chemical treatments, collective bargaining ability to negotiate with all strike. Useful, but probably not something we want. Let's do this. The passive of motivation rising every day would be great, and we can build this around our workplaces. It's a good building, but the effect is pretty bad. I'm gonna assign it and not build it right away. We have 3 days. So perhaps once this comes down to 2 days and we can sign the doctrine, then we build it. I think that's the plan. Yeah, let's continue. See, once this hits 80, I'm waiting for this to finish. This is going to be key. Our motivation just dipped pretty hard. It's not something the sermon can bring back, but with the positive increase from this... Wait, I already promised comfortable quarters. We have to sign that next. Well, we have time. We have time. I forgot we already promised. We already got rid of the strike, so this one should finish without any issues. Okay, they're working, everyone's working. 10 hours. Yeah, they should finish no problem today. This finished. So we want the supercharger. Give us a bit of wood. And after that is signed, if we're going to look at what else we want, we need a foundry eventually, but not right now. Advanced harbor would be nice, upgraded docks will be nice, upgraded reload station, gathering optimization. There's still a lot of things that we need to get, but the max efficiency on this is already being achieved, so I think we're fine. Now these cost 16 instead of 20, and as I said, we need like 10 of them. Just to put up the tower pumps, and then we need another 5 for safety, and maybe another 5 for rushing, so technically we would need like 20 of them, which costs a lot of steel. Questionable how we want to approach this. We currently are not working on food. Steel needs to continue. Coal needs to continue. Workforce is stretched pretty thin. I think we might want to wait till that's finished before we do this. Let's stash 5 first. Maybe we don't spend this 5 on rushing this and just let this one finish naturally. That way we can get the pumps out a little bit faster, and we only have to build 10 of these in the future, which seems much more doable. Here, we actually have enough for 10. So this is the minimum. If we don't want to rush anything for 20%, if we want to rush something, we need another 5. Yeah. And we're probably going to have to end up doing something like that, because I don't know if I want to keep these things on when they're working and when they're not working, if you know what I mean. Yeah, because of that, we actually need to... Do we have big piles now? Okay, we have big enough pile. I'm gonna pull 10 people from here. they actually still need to run some people here. I'm gonna put those 10 here while it's safe and while it's daytime for work. I'm gonna have them start working on this. And do I have another 10 people I can pull? I don't think so. I need all these to continue. I could reduce the coal gain and we just burn through our reserves to get this done faster. But if we have the ventilator on, we might as well be efficient with it. We'll let this one finish naturally. What do they want? Engineers plea. Sir, Sarah engineers want to share with you their concerns about the Workers' Council and ask for reassurance. We appreciate your effort to motivate the workers, but giving them too much power would diminish our authority and blur the responsibility. And before you commit to any of their ideas, remember that they know nothing about the generator design. And I really want to keep motivation high, so we're going to tell the engineers to get in line and trust me on this. Anyhow, that building will be placed here, where we decrease the strike chance in all nearby workforces. It has to be the inside ring, and this is a great place, putting our production around that. I'm going to pause it right now, because I don't want to finish it anytime sooner than we have to. Comfortable quarters is definitely next. Alright, anyhow. Yeah, we'll put him in the farthest place, send a couple crew, use it up, and then go over here afterward, instead of shuffling him around this. And last time I had trouble with finding food after it freezed over, but someone informed me I can just rebuild the fishing harbors and they can ice fish, and that would solve a lot of our problems, so not going to be too concerned with that this time. Alright, so let's do the math here. We have 9. We're going to have 15. I'm going to need 20 if I want to both rush it and be safe at the same time. We'll see. We'll see how the math works out. Oh, they're closed for the day. Well, let's push it, because I feel like unhealthy is okay too. So we're going to do this and just let them finish the other 5. Thank you. Oh, demon drink. A small group marched out of the chapel after evening service carrying makeshift signs with slogans such as "Ban the demon drink" and "Renounce sin, choose temperance." They are now picketing the public house, demanding that it stop serving alcohol. Angry patron volunteered to drive the teeter-totters away, but they want to make sure they won't get in trouble for this. Reducing the effect by 30%, people might get hurt, discontent will rise, or we just close it for 24 hours. We're just going to pause your service for a little bit. We have a sick, come in here and take care of that. Discontent will not go down for today, but it's like us. Ooh, that is key. So that means we're actually ahead of schedule. I'm gonna have to wait out this poison gas for tomorrow when it goes to 3. We probably start this on day 24, actually. So right now we're gonna pull this. I need to save coal. So we're gonna actually pull these guys too. I'm gonna keep one because it's halfway done. And we're going to resend our worker out to man all these stations. Maximum resource gain for us for the next couple days as we depart this area. And those who are not in the fishery will go back to the fishery. Sounds pretty good. Not cutting wood could be a problem, but I mean, if we have to pull one, it's probably a fishery. I'm gonna let them cut at night as well, with less people. Same logic here. Now, because we're working here, I think we can do 10 each, because we don't need to be hyper efficient. We don't need to build up the pile, and we can send those people in the fishery and the wood chopping sawmill. I had 20 people in here. I was making profile this whole time. I guess that's efficient in terms of using the ventilators, but I didn't notice that. Silly me. But it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I don't hate that. And the 5 extra... Whose piles... Let's get steel. I value steel a lot more than most things right now. Need to pull a couple more of these. See, we have a lot less wood storage now, so we gotta keep cutting it. This is pretty set. I don't need that anytime soon. This would be nice to have, but not essential. I'm not messing with these anymore. The fact that we went more forager was probably a mistake. Those 15 workers, we really couldn't afford them leaving us. I feel like we want another pile and better... Yeah, I think we want this. I forgot about this, but it's okay, because we need to build that up a little. It's going to be steam cores, not workers. It's not going to really impact us that much. And it's not really delaying us because we have 5 stashed. Now that we remembered, we were doing that. Yeah, this looks good. Stash a couple more in here. We have more people cutting trees right now, so it would be fine. Sounds good. Let's get a couple days to work on our basic necessities, and then we'll come back to the inside. Someone's injured, no worries. 2 people in the hospital, no problem. It's barely anyone. Alright, we got a little bit more than I would like, so let's use some rations there. Sermon's still on cooldown. Really want this to be up, but we need to basically do both of these to get the motivation higher. Let me unpause this real quick at night, and what I want to do with that is just let them build to a certain state and then stop them. Alright, keep pausing, because now... Now I want advanced docks. And better reloads.
Get moving, workers. You work for yourself now.
Discontent raised by global strike. Yeah, it's a problem, but something that we just have to overcome. The problem with additional reload station is you need to man it, and it's not like we exactly have a lot of manpower. So we're just gonna have to lessen the load on others. Maybe this way we also allow the piles to build up a little bit more. Yeah, because we're going pretty hard here. Ooh, a lot of sick all of a sudden. I think this is fine. Troubled father. Sir, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Such a dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? No, we're gonna let him go. Yeah, despite the motivation hit, he's probably gonna also want to leave us. Which, not good, but we'll survive. We have maximum beds, I believe. Wait. Oh, we haven't signed it yet. I keep thinking we have it, but we don't. It's on a timer now. Alright, reload. We don't have that much resources, so we're going to use the last 3 steam cores all on the steel side, and eventually we're hoping to upgrade theirs too. And over here, we're going to try to optimize 10% faster reload speed on those guys. And we're just waiting for the poison gas to die down. Okay, this time you're going to go and get us another one. It decreases each time, so the little surplus we had, it's not really going to hurt us. Yep, they're going to pump us steel a little bit faster. And we're going to try to stash 4 more. Actually, no, we want 9 more. Coal pile is ready to build up. Okay, so we don't need 12 people here. Alright. Fixing the discontent a little bit. We need to sign comfortable quarters. Motivation rises. And we have 18 hours. And then we'll build the workers thing. And then we'll sign the official doctrine so that we get no negative effect pretty much from that. I think we could go next tier. Like, costs way too much steel right now, and there's not too much that we can get from the next tier. Like, another ventilator would be awesome, but maybe not important right now. I'm gonna get something cheap. We need to build up our steel. Can we get some workers here? No one's interested in coming to build this. There we go. I'm gonna wait till it's close and pause it and wait for when this cooldown comes back. Alright, during the day, I'm gonna have them make more food. And let's see, store a little bit more. And we said we want 9. Gas is not coming down till tomorrow, and that's really when we need to start working. If we do short shift with short shift here, burn some coals to get this done. We just need 4 more right here to guarantee that we can get past the safety one, which is the big crucial one that we have to watch out for. Actually, no, I want this group to stay. You guys can leave. We turn on the ventilators. You are still unsafe. Global strike chance on you is 1. I don't want you to strike, so we're gonna have to do safety procedures. Still a low chance, huh? Maybe we do wait till tomorrow then. It's too many conditions. Alright. We can get it done. I believe, even on the last day, with the 20% boost, I think we can get it done. So let's just have them work the wood for some reason. This one has like a couple trees left. Distraught father. Yeah, he wants to go home. And we're gonna let him go. The next stash that we'll ask for will have 1 worker come back. I assume we lost a worker, not an engineer. Yes, we lost a worker, I think. Yeah, 1 bed extra. Which workplace did he leave from? Oh, here. Right, now we have actually excess steel. I'm gonna pull a couple of the wood and go for this final tier. Oh, we need a bit more wood. I think we're in a good place. Okay, that's perfect. I just need this to come down. This is way too high right now. Hard for us to work in this condition.
Workers, your work is over.
Prostitute check. No one's sick anymore. We're so close. I mean, once we build that, we'll get it. I just don't want the effect of that just yet. Until we can sign the doctrine. Alright, we're gonna sign the official doctrine, which you can see here gives a new ability called motivational speech in the worker council, which increases motivation. Very useful. Worker council ideas will no longer have negative consequences and motivation will rise slightly, so all great things. And then we finish that, and now we're back into efficiency realm. Poison should come down, and we should just rush this out. We're gonna get our first temperature dip. 10 degrees is not gonna kill us. Like, at 0, it's still comfortable everywhere. Someone's injured and about. No big deal. Motivation rises yet again, and I can use this to rise motivation yet again. And let's do that. We just want to keep it way up as much as possible. And I believe it brings daily increases as well. So that's also a very nice thing. Steel continue to pump out pretty fast. And we're going to need it. We're going to shift to coal later, but right now there's still a lot of research and a lot of things that need to be built with steel. I'm going to have to turn these on because we are wasting the workers right now if they're not on. And same thing, they're overloading the coal so fast. Cooking so slowly. Alright, so let's see. 5 less engineers. Not a bad choice, actually, down the line. Advanced loading stations. We don't have the core for this right now, so that's kind of off limit. We can do faster reloading to bring in more stuff, but right now I already see that we're bringing in more than we can collect. I feel like it's either infirmary checklist or advanced fishing harbor. Additional generator would really be a coal issue. But maybe we could afford that. Alright, free up some wood. We're gonna go for it. Because we didn't go the workers route, the engineers route. We went the workers route, didn't go the engineer route. We need more ways to protect the safety. Okay, now we're just waiting for this to calm down. And then we're just basically pulling everyone from their workplaces to go work on these. Waiting for the gas to dip. There we go. Alright, empty these guys out. First things first. Ventilators. Everything will be 24-hour base. They're gonna be on. You're now safe. Unhealthy. Actually, we can do this first because it's going to be 8 o'clock anyway. We'll start at 8. And we're going to put in 20 people to finish this. And once we hit 15, like the first 4 are done, we can start the big project. And then we'll shift everything 24 hours a bit later. We have 10 extra people right now. Perhaps you can just get me more coal. Food is good, motivation is good. I don't think we have strike chances. Yep, no chance of strike, which is great. Let's continue.
Workers, your shift is on.
2. Well, it's not going to explode right away, so let's get that started too. we're gonna want 24 hours. We're gonna want to boost. 2 ventilators. We can get another +1. So we'll still be at -1. And there's nothing we can do until that comes down. I mean, maybe till we get another ventilator, but the coal cost might be way too high. I need to stash these because our steel production is really high. But we need 2 more of these. 75 men. 75 men. Well, now that we have a lot of steel, we're gonna pull everyone. No more food for a little bit. And I'm gonna pull 5 from here. That's 75 men. Shoot them in there. Or we can also cheat like this, where we are now going to be super safe with that, and then we switch over afterwards. And in the meantime, we can still... It's full of... The piles are full, so we need to work on this like this. 8 left over. Right, that might be our strategy right now. And we'll increase the safety. That sounds good. And we're going to try to have them use up less coal. Council protests. Sir, council representative rules the workers to protest your signing of the official doctrine. Why are you trying to muzzle the workers' council? A representative stepped forward from a group of workers waving the proclamation crumpled in his fist. What's the purpose of this? You're going too far. The representative seems really agitated, but we might invite them to dine with you so you could convince them. Ah, food, right? 160 food. Yeah, we're gonna have to bribe them a little here. It did cost quite a bit, but we definitely can handle it. Gonna try to keep this motivation business low. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. We got the 5 extra. We're gonna get 5 more, and then we're gonna stop this. Rumble in the deep. Sir, people working in the deepest part of the shaft report rumbling sound and slight tremors coming from below. They complain of getting dizzy from toxic fumes coming through the cracks. We might be forced to evacuate them quickly in case of emergency. To do this, we need safety equipment for both the rescuers and the shaft crew. Basically, use 5 exchanger to get +1 safety on tower pump production. Now, the +1 safety is going to allow us to shoot this. And over here, I need 5 more to rush things. And they're going to be safe. Not really, but we can do this. Now we're looking for workforce. No food to cook. Do we have men from... we have men from coal. Let's pull everyone first and then see how many we need. We have 24 extra. I'm gonna give each of them 8 just to maintain the coal production so that we don't drain too fast. I know I can build a 3rd one, but we don't need one right now. Both are safe, and it's actually gonna dip tomorrow. I can even turn one of them off, or turn off this so that they become 25% more efficient. Either way, I think we'll be just fine. Day 25, 15 hour again. 20% of this will be done before that. We can rush 25% with our exchangers here.
Time to rest. You've earned it.
Something I need to build? Ah, no, I don't need to build that right now. One extra worker. There's gonna be some food coming in. He can cook that food for us. Ask for the next shipment. Another core. $18 hours. Yeah, we're fine. Because 20% can be rushed. We already have the materials. I can pull this group now. Depending on how we're playing the next one. The next one doesn't need any Steam Exchanger, but getting 5 more would obviously help us rush the next stage. And then we need 50, and then over here we need another like 45. So steel is always going to be a crucial component. Let's finish 4 more for the rush, and then we'll just switch it up. And now, even though it's nice to come get this, we need to get the foundry going. Last one. Okay, pulling them. 48%. We'll rush it, at 80%. These guys will go back first into coal. We need only like 6 guys here. So I'm going back to steel. Too many sick. Our accident. Alright, the source is exposed. So there's a catastrophic accident in the lower levels, a cave-in exposing the underground heat source, engulfing our people in deadly fumes. We can seal the source off to save them, although it will permanently reduce the power available to the generator, but if we leave it open, our people underground will die. That's why we have the safety equipment. Normal power, worker will be gravely injured, and the construction will stop for 3 hours. Sad, but we were kind of prepared for this. Trying to... get the hospital going. Waiting for the 3 hours, and then we're going to do that. We'll be fine. I think we'll finish, no problem. Successful evacuation, sir. We have great news. All workers rescued and source remain open. Some of our people were hurt, a few of them seriously, but if we provide them with proper medical care, they will live. And when we finish generator, we'll be able to achieve the full heating powers. Alright, 8 amputees. We're going to have to get 24 points for them. Right now, most of them are in the care house. Ooh. Too many. A couple that we can't house anywhere, so we might need another care house. We'll keep them proportional to each other. They basically have the same layout. Yeah, it'll be fine. And we have a few hours. 7 hours, 8 hours to get there done. We're gonna rush this now. I think I can pull this just to make them work faster. Sure, safety is gonna lack a little bit, but at this point I think we'll be okay. And we're gonna pump that to make sure we don't waste any of it. And we're gonna find them 20 people. Go. Keep it open. We need both of these. Wait, 72? There's nothing in this pile. One hour countdown, 3% left. Pessimist, official doctrine. Sir, a group of workers reports the defeatist attitude of their colleague. He's such a complainer. Nothing but, oh, we'll never finish this thing on time, and we'll all die here for nothing, and the end is nigh, and there's a worm in my soup, and so on. Everyone's sick of it. They demand that you straighten him out, or they'll do it. Alright, we'll punish him. What's another wounded, to us right now? Right, at least everyone's sitting somewhere pretty, and we have full staff in the hospital. I'm gonna ask for legs very soon, 8 of them, for the next shipment. Alright, once again, by the skin of our teeth, we finished the milestone right on time. Heart of the generator, well, the foundation in place. It's time to build the fiery heart of the generator called a core. It will have to be enclosed within 2 support frame, which will also hold up the external part of the generator. And this is the part where I think ventilators will almost go, once we get the core up, it will seal off the gas, and I don't think we'll have a problem with it afterward. So we don't probably need to build the 3rd ventilator in a sense. Missing a little bit of steel, missing quite a bit of wood. I'm gonna have to build this foundry. And we're gonna have to get people to cut wood. Full staff, full staff. Where else do we have workers? Oh, a lot of injuries, right. Yeah. I mean, the coal did really well during that crisis. So I'm gonna let them chill out a bit more. Because we are not actually using coal anymore. Must not forget that. And 3 extra. We're focusing a lot on wood, which I don't think is wrong. As a matter of fact, we might even need more sawmills deeper. Seems like a bad spot, actually. Hold on. I don't want to waste any of the trees, so I don't want to, like... Guess we'll build it there. We'll pause them for now. Obviously, we don't want to disrupt our work right now. That pile's not even that big. Okay, none of these piles are big. So you guys can chill. Give me more steel. Site 120. Great work on laying down the generator's foundation. You're making good time. Down here, bad weather and crop failure prompted exodus to the colonies. Those who stayed placed their hope in the government's newly unveiled evacuation plan. Our company was accused of profiteering by opposition politicians. Pure slander, of course. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Site 120. We're attaching its coordinates and would appreciate if you spare a few men to check on them. Yes, we will love that. You. Get moving. It's far, but we're going. Not fast enough, but we're trying.
Shift's over. Enjoy your free time.
They're not in the care house, are they? There are 22 in the care house. No, 11 and 2 somehow. 13 in the care house and 10 here. 23. The math doesn't add up. Math doesn't add up yet. They use steel and coal, namely these. The piles are getting bigger. Let them cut. And with these 25. Save us some wood. We'll have to cut these eventually too. I'm gonna have to wait till 24. I don't want to ask over 2 days. Alright, what other interesting ones do we get out of this? Selfless sacrifice, new ability, raise efficiency by 25%, motivation will rise, but workplace safety will drop by 2. Propaganda, agitators, increase motivation worker in nearby workplaces, you have to build 2. This is good. This is what we want. Anyone can be employed at any workplace, motivation will rise slightly, no privileges, so engineers can drop down to workers. Workers employed as engineer will have 75%. Discontent of engineers will rise permanently, and then people's militia. Propaganda first. And there are quite a few places I would want these. We would need a road. I would want these harbors to all be very, very motivated. That's one. Oh, and the... Alright. Now we have these buildings. So if I build one here... Can't get the last one there. So that road is bad. We go the outside here. Yeah, that's good. That's even better. And then we're going to need one here. They said build 2, but they're all great stuff. The wood cutting, I don't think we need to speed up. It's just these. Keep it high. Keep it high. Free 30% boost. Alright, one more and we'll send it away. I think the one good thing about picking workers over engineering is that none of the place needs any people to be working inside there. Like the effect is pretty much just passive. Like no one needs to work here, no one needs to work here, and no one needs to work on these. Is gas going to come down to 1 anytime soon? Because I do want to get work started. Especially when safety improves here. No. We're going to build another ventilator plant. That's a big dip. Food is getting tight again. How many people is here? 10. Perfect. Give me that. Give me that. We're running out of things to research, which is a great sign. Like, the generator construction is almost all done. We want a better port, faster heal. That, for the resource cost, might not be worth it. We don't have enough cores for this, I feel like. Let's get that. And then these engineers are freed up to do things like this. Look at all. That's arch time, really. If I do regular work with only one, or actually we just check mark it. We don't have to open any ventilators. No coal. And then we can use coal and steel. I already made them cheaper. So we're at the cheapest is going to be. And we need how many? 25. Right. We have enough steel for 5. Okay, I think that's the layout.
Improving workers, you work for yourself now.
Alright, the beds are emptying out a little bit. That's all the food we have. Yeah, let's keep coal low, it's okay. We have 6 right now, that's 15, and then we need 10 more, so we need 200 steel and 400 coal. All hail the generator. Sir, to impress on our people the importance of their work, the most engaged worker are organizing Day of the Generator. They plan to gather everyone and throw a feast to celebrate the construction of the generator. The activists report their proposal was met with widespread approval. It seems people warmed up to the idea. Carry on, not enough food ration. Our food situation has become a little tight. I'm gonna turn and people. Yeah, food is resuming. We're gonna have a bunch more food, and we actually need food. Food is a very important currency for the workers. I remember which one's on. Alright, what else can we do? I don't think we want this. This is an interesting option. We can use this in desperation. Let's sign it first. Yeah.
Work's over for the day. Time to rest.
We have 9 of these. That'll be 20. We need 25. We don't have enough steel, but we'll get there. But we're gonna end the episode here. Things are going all right. Apparently, we're ahead of schedule now, which is always a good sign because we rush things pretty quickly at the end. Our goal is to put up the core, which I think eliminates the need for ventilation, and then we free up these 3 cores so we can build better reload on our docks. And then moving forward, it's going to be just a lot of parts that need to be constructed. A lot of wood are needed, so we need to actually continue to cut down these trees. And there's still plenty of trees, so we just need to cut them and get worker on that as we approach these 50 structural profile that are needed. And then back to steel and coal for the last stage. And then in the end, not much wood is needed. We just might need a few extra to get safety through. That could be our plan. But it seems like we survived the worst of it. But who knows? There could be an explosion up ahead that could halt us again. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and see you all next time. Bye!